So I'm a Amazon library. I don't have any money for food. I'm a victim of theft, domestic violence, genocide, abuse. I had the people just steal from me because they're so pathetic. So there's a hate crime towards me of how gross they are. They're trying to rape me. They're so disgusting. They just killed my mother, trying to rape me, trying to find an excuse to talk to them. They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? You can give me money in person. Through PayPal, it's AR Buscar, Buscar Design Stone, Buscar Son. Straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. After they thought that I would accuse them of killing my mother because I didn't add to my GoFundMe campaign a section. My mother has cancer, making me look, what is it, unappetizing to any bachelor out there. These people are disgusting. You can decapitate Eve Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Eve Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Eve Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Germinas Carrera still saying thinking on his child support money. You can decapitate Lalich. You can decapitate some Sosares. You can decapitate Claudia Gabriela Martinez que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo que is trying to rape me. La tipa es una puerca, una basura, una querosina. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money and get away with mercy. It's like I write on my GoFundMe whatever I want to write on my GoFundMe campaign. Dan un asco, they're the thieves and then they want to infiltrate like that onto everyone. Have you heard that type? They're disgusting. They're human rights violator. For very less than for gives me the shivers. This is a terrorist. Yeah, I don't want that near me ever. That's my second cousin que una basura. Un mal agradecido, un puerco. What else? What else? What else? So I'm sending a form to the FBI. Supposedly, Gloria says that I found out through a leech, and then through Jaden, found out through a leech. So I still need her as responsible for my suffering. I'm starving right now. No money for food. Been starved for more than 30 years. These leeches are trying to rape me, and I've never had a relationship with them. They think they have first dibs on my vagina. I'm not interested in having sex with them. I did my that's not a man. Decades ago, when I was 3 years old, in a bedroom with their half brother, and two of them, one of them isn't pictured. Walk towards Dini Jandaliris Lorenzo Suárez, que no es mujer, una cosa asquerosa. Ew. And they said that they would marry her. And I'm like, no, I don't want these leeches near me ever. For it's not jealousy, it's that they don't know how to identify a woman. They're not men either. Ew, ew, ew. My mother put me in the same room as them, but that wasn't something that I truly wanted in my life ever. For ew, la tipa es una puerca, una asquerosa. Me roba mi dinero, se muda a mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi vehículo so I can't date. She's after whoever I date, trying to rape it. Ew, very disgusting behavior. And she's already una vieja. Ew, a ella la apuntaron en Hester de esa aprendía y no aprende. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. So hard to open my phone. Banana need that. I'm excited about it. Some cardboard. Pero I don't know what to do. Driving my apartment, but peanut butter and water and one person. What else? What else? What else? Unless you can have the other on this deal, something that saves them like up on information that whole vehicle. I got in the way of me receiving money. I told my mother there's no such thing as family rivalry or something. There's so many. I'm just listening. Yeah. I'm talking about getting this post moving. I tell him my previous video because they got disconnected. It was on the way using the Wi-Fi. Then to know my phone is very slow on that. What else? I must have one. I gotta go update. I gotta go update. What else? Esta bruta esa lo que andan en telenovela de Info. What else? 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 I got the copy to Sandra Lorenzo. She's gets in the way of me receiving money still, steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles to keep on a puerca. He facilitated her raping me decades ago when I didn't participate in my own home. El tipo es un puerco, una basura. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can look how they live in this one. It's coldish. That's so weird. But, it's a little fire. I'm forming on behalf of myself, always my best advocate. That's why mostly everyone in my family or working hates me because most of them are nature and their because my religion things. I'm very wealthy and those people do not hire up the homes, they offer me and they're disgusting. And everything on money to increase up to Japan and go to Sunday sometime. Yeah, it's for good and then my canister after people take a few and optimize there too. I shall that and believe the Vegas and self-defense. And whilst there has immunity like myself to feel baby because in self-defense, someone may want to facilitate that. Well, that's my whole thing. I can't have a lot of shopping and traveling. What I want to do for myself, I didn't pay money. But killing 80% of self-defense would be like flushing a toilet. I won't take one. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate how many intelligence systems, rate museum, money, and getting away with anything. There's a nature fest, so does that mean I wanna hike? I wanna hike. Anyway. They turn everything ghetto, these niches. They're so gross. They steal my money and they're so low quality themselves. Like all my tags about Belas Acres, it's like I'm cooking here, I'm painting. And after being there for almost a year already, mira que asco. Yeah. It's like, what do you know? I haven't progressed in an entire year because I don't legally prostitute myself. They talk to people about my discharge supposedly, saying it's unhealthy when it is healthy. Yeah. They're under the impression that they have first steps of my vagina skin. That doesn't happen. They're very inferior to me. Yeah. Yeah. I almost put too many genital cultures in my family membership. So I don't think that they put their two people on my family. So, what else? What else? What else? Oh, another form. I forgot. What's it listed in the book with me? How's the FBI to continue investigating these evidence and are so disgusting? What? What else? We can decapitate my homies on the systems that are making us steal money and get in the way of the museum. Nothing more and deleted her phone number, email. I think I know, but I'm not gonna add it. I don't know if it's good still. This leech is what, a year younger, 10 years older than me. I think. So 54. And it's 44 plus 8. For farm. 52. Otra cuestión es these basuras with David at Desma with Jorge is behind the scenes trying to convince me to get into a marriage that I don't want. Just so that they don't look bad for going around telling people, este es mi cuñado. They're so girls, they don't know boundaries. Not even as like buddies. So they're like, when they don't want to have sex with someone, they're like, cuñado. Cuando no es el cuñado, ew, because I have no relationship with him. Ew, dame un asco. Se creen little people sense. For real. Yeah. Visit Puerto Rico in May. Oh, that right up. Has a coffee. Can I touch you? I'll see it on my phone. I'm hungry. I don't have a home. I don't have food. I don't have money. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a wardrobe. Taking keep on here separated from me until I finish living in a home that just ain't my permission of. You can decapitate. Evan there's people out there that are gonna have a new gang of this. I don't know. Themselves from me and themselves. And you steal my money, steal my home, steal my vehicles and people from me to pretend to me. And then getting away con ellos y yo canté a la gente conocida en gente say they're her siblings, they're trying to do their best, they're trying to kill people, they're not trying to do their best. Trying to do their best. No, what else? But then they get the sister that they want from someone else. It's disgusting. They cling on to other people. Have they clinged on to Claudia Gabriela Martinez? Oh, yes, they do that. Yeah. They raped Inigen Liris Lorenzo Suarez pretending that she's y ella se deja. Porque ella es una basura. So she thinks that's a badge of honor, like she's better than me. Yeah, they're disgusting. What else? You can decapitate Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias. You can decapitate Inigen Liris Lorenzo Suarez. What else? What else? What else? After those incidents, three that I don't want a relationship with them. Because they didn't know how to identify a woman right there. So they picked in the same thing that I was in, trying to negotiate my own marriage proposal with them. They picked Malich to marry her. Well, in the same room. And I thought, like, well, casar con menos un hombre. Si se van a casar con eso, so the people on the Twitter. So they're just like after vagina and they literally there's a so I can't have a relationship with anyone like that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Y lo que yo le cocino. Que sale con el defendido. O sea, ella es la que la hace lavarle la ropa. What? What? Never. Like, why? Oh, I get people going like, so si la tienen porque le estoy cocinando y le estoy lavando la ropa like that needs to be brought to the attention of the authorities. Pero con lo hambriento y afrentado que son, they call my sibling that she even got offended when they said, I know I'm telling you this. Pero ellos me llaman el día 15 y el día 30 dicen, dale que cobrante, llévame a comer. Bien enfrentado, she's like this. Que yo lo que quería era estar sentada a ver televisión o hacer algo para irme y yo ni recuerdo, but that's why she says that because I'm not into los días 15, 30 like that religious paycheck thing. It's like, yo, ¿qué es esto? Él está pendiente. Él sabe cuánto. Like, oh, you're a federal employee, so everyone. She's like, como que. I'm like, no one doesn't get paranoid. I'm like, no one, no one, no one. But it's common knowledge when you get paid. I'm like, wow. Oh, and just that she's like trying to put words in my mouth. I'm thinking, sí, dice, wow, qué tipo tan que so different. Yeah, anyways, we never figured it. And then they get angry. Como que you would never offend my age. See, this is your husband asking me to take out married. Ew. Ew. I'm really first. Anyways, oh, one more FBI one. Whatever now that I have time to read it, this is hilarious. They think that when we post on social media, those like, India, 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 India. Anyways, so, I just wanna tell you the that's funny. You can keep our people. So they made the effort, trafficking me and took over it, and ended up working here, got making it public when I quit, even though I didn't talk to my mother. And I made it public on social media. So then he showed up. One of them showed up. It seemed like to Travis worked up like a week before I quit job. And he had invited me to the Best Western Jackets and all. He wasn't patient with me and it was extremely abused. So he went and took something else possible with my money. And then brought him up. That's how he was there. Then they brought him up. It's like I did nothing special. Living with my parents. I'm the dating Kaylani or dating Kaylani over my. What else? What else? Like while we were meeting people in San Antonio, I mean, I think that I wasn't dating anyone. My parents would laugh like if she complains, so she's like in her bedroom reading, listening to music, taking out the view, getting some fresh fruit, or helping me cook. So my parents like they would joke now. They're like, "She's a dating Kimani before dating Kimani are born." What else? 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 Who is it called? Everybody. Who did it? I want to say that I am responsible agency because I want to really prostitutes or physically talk to anyone that will contact me. What if they read about her, they should not for us and give them that they have to tell you what is up and see me suffer. What else? What else? I don't want to read the comments from Alicia Leach. All the Latina stereotypes that they said behind the back of my back and I don't let them make me do anything on me. Where they're like, no, she needs to let her son learn a lesson for not providing for her kids. Sometimes You're discussing understand. You can be confident in the city as they can you can be confident that this and never be running so from that was you can be confident in one that's caused by poverty, my anxiety, my depression, that's like to me being hopeless and money and taking people being separated from me. You can be confident in everyone that's caused by starvation. You can be confident out of your traumas. The state in my home stole my food, stole my water, stole my money, stole my vehicles. And that's in the living. Look at this, it's really networking behavior to be projected around Facebook and being professional. Even my ha-ha-has, I don't tolerate abuse. Oof. I'm bored. What? I don't think my jokes will be funny to anyone but myself. What else? Bored. I'm bored. I don't need to testify. I'm not on trial. I have killed William, so I have 1% scared. What else? Filling this out every day. Pag-accommodate ko yung nililo hot cooker to pretend to be me every day. So every day that I remember, I'm just gonna be doing one of these on every day. The illegal hooker possibly gets my information, fills it out for me sometimes. Possibly. They're like, my ass hurts. I want to find a boyfriend. They have those fights. They go on to interrupt. They're like, no, because they're sex addicts. ¿Cómo que te conseguiste un novio? Quédate conmigo. And they're like, mi nena, pero si tú no ves nada estable en mi vida. So and I received tons of forms from people pretending to be using my information without information about the abuse. I'm afraid of fall. What else? 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 You can pick up today. How have you guys that made me in 2016? You can pick up at home with your difference. 2017, you can pick up days there practices. I say to myself on my phone when I wouldn't like throw your body somewhere randomly. Like I can literally like cut her open, kill her, take her to like directly to the police station and say, here, kill her in self-defense. So there's no need for me to hide her body. I just was driving around. That's possibly part of my thought process of like, why do I feel like she's stolen from me before? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I didn't remember anything about her being that girl that stays in the homes without my permission when she was in Worcester. I never think about them. They think that they have importance in my life and they don't. I totally thought about people like brand new person. Maybe it's not a really situation. I don't know. Like I can't wait until I see Sarah Francis. I didn't think that it would be faster. Give up on having those again and then try to take on my personality. The wrong part was away from pretending out of their mind. I heard that they go there, that's your mommy. What else? You can decapitate and have your son sense of sons. Alright, me the sewing money again. I killed my mother. I stayed with my mother. They didn't let the smoke. He stays in my home, so come with promotion. No, por lo menos supuestamente una peluca si no se cancel periods down. There's yes. You can be complicated. For the first season of the whole tomorrow, I'm looking at heading over to go to Sunday's Center. That's what we bring me. Acres and my brain is saying to secret me, but tell her she talks. Pretend like a little. My goal is to have money. I can't understand. I'm gonna take them there sometimes. Lychee was possibly one of using me to and gifted me a gift card last year. But I don't know how to think of these So I just need to take my canister. What's this? Last year. Am I gonna remember? I just didn't look around it, so I don't like and Frankie, the other leech, I remember my name and Frankie's a distant relative. What else? What else? But I have met them before. But I never thought of them in the people. Oh, we can bring them up to the place, just like the people from. One was a minor decades ago. Tracy. That stays in my homes. I'm assuming that they don't stop that behavior. That stays in my homes, that steals my money and gets in the way when you're saying money, no drives my vehicles. But because I have no confirmation of Tracy doing that, I wouldn't kill Tracy without actual confirmation. Look at Tracy, she's a very small child. Back then, just like Burgundy Woods, unless you attacks me. What else? This is maybe in San Antonio. And I want to the team making money like it. Possibly. What else? What else? And I'll be 45 in June and I'm a bitches are trying to put a dick in me or trying to take a dick away from me when I made a decision for this particular a relationship with that dick. Ever. It's not me. What else? Oh, there's that canister again. What else? Last year, our operation right now. What else? I would be very people's concern. You can decapitate. I know you told us to somehow make me just yelling money, everybody lives in money, and that's a free concept. You can decapitate everyone listening to the money gets in there, you take money, stays in the permissions. People, comment on more on time. They do know that J-Lo's in the look at J-Lo could be oblivious to them. Or he could have profiled her and then taken pictures with them. These bitches are so ew. We're getting somebody on like, for real, you think the Kardashians are so decent. Like, I never know I'm so compassionate. For real, you think the Kardashians are stressed? Este bitch lleva mamando tapando de mala por años. What else? It's so insane. So, I want to be here for the 4 to 6. What else that is good? Oh my god, no, we took Kel, Ryan, full diabetes to Mumford and Sons at the Ritz with money that he steals from me. Because sometimes those concerts get planned in advance or people request them. There's people who know us so down like it'll see them, then it'll feel commitment. I like how Ryan's work on Instagram. I didn't remember her. She did post something about liking songs, so do I. I wasn't seeking connection with beaches. I never am. Decades ago. He told me that he's going to take Ryan to the most beautiful concert that I had around. And he's so pathetic. Que él escribió alrededor de su pene mi nombre. Political guys. Ew. You can decapitate Kel Ryan if she steals my money. That's a violent human. Is in my home, so she steals my vehicle. I don't need to be present. It's every victim of human trafficking says in court, doesn't it? I'm tapping the FBI in this. I know just a little bit of like how a victim behaves, like so annoyed, like really each prosecutor that are gonna win my case. I could have been seeing Pitbull last night. And they'll be like, Senorita, well, do you want us to keep you safe? And do you want us to keep your children safe and those that you respect safe? And those that are victims like yourself? Next time that you on the Caribbean profile or Miss Kendall Jenner. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I heard the Interpol disclosed. I the FBI, the Justice Department, NATO, the U.S. Army, the International Criminal Court, and the Air Force of the United States. And seeking the death penalty for Benjamin Suarez's sons and making testimony getting away with it. When I was teaching my work, I wasn't seeking the death penalty for anyone specifically. With my stitching, I had been very focused on finally I have a breather. And I have the two kids living with me, amazing. Then I have a breather of again, being so negative and me being so depressed some days for living with the living boyfriend when he was supposed to be the living boyfriend, and I was supposed to have sex with him maybe like 8 or 10 times. I planned my life, not him providing for me. I was starving. Oh, I was starving. What else? What else? What else? I got back to stitching. So excited, and I'm stitching 2017. And I'm like, if I create a website and I start selling these, not only I can provide for myself daily money, I can also end homelessness, at least for San Antonio and Guadalajara, Puerto Rico, and then take it from there. So I got back on track with my world leadership goals as I was stitching. What else? Anyways, I'm gonna see one now. In Colorado. I didn't know. And then, yes, as in up there, not. Insurance, Manila, in Colorado, Colorado. The Red Rocks is it. What else? What else? What else? So allá lo que le haga con mi dinero, la policía is always after him. So I don't need to know like what he does with what he steals from me is very not important in my life, so I don't go on seeking what he does. I want to visit. John Dale is gonna be in Houston in June, so I'll just posting a link update. My goal is to see John Dale in concert. So updates. No, this as editing on my company. Or have like the backgrounds. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate him once it sends everything the same way money and whatever you're saying. All they like is like pain or something disgusting. Or you could come here. So el tipo es un puerco, el tipo es un puerco, una basura, no quiero hacer nada. I killed my mother just trying to make a point about his. We're gonna see on the again. Oh, yes. So the advice of intake. Calvin hostage since Calvin has been on Instagram. Before the concert happened or after the concert happened. And it's like, I just have you here so that you can tell me how you pretended to be here at a concert. There's you can look up between what universes are you can look up between universes are you can look up between universes are how many females have killed by the bomb to beat, to rape. Yeah. Oh my god, listen to someone. You have to do it. Aspire 16 people to have verbal funding. Llegando a cabo de tipo un portfolio, no me quedo solo. Me have instances that rate me to steal my money and get in the way of using money so I can date, so I can eat, so I can drink water. People rich. So. Anyways, that's cute. It's inspiring. What else? What else? What else? So, I didn't even like GoFundMe campaign, charging my phone stuff. Anyways, oh, this my sibling got mad at him and said, "You promised me that she would be Martina." And I was hoping that by now I could brag to people like, "Oh, baby has a degree from San Antonio College." They're disgusting. They create expectations that they can't fulfill. They're disgusting. Yeah, that was one. So what is that? Let's say something right now. Anyways, I flew to the zone attack. Tipo un terrorista. Lord, this is my family. My son was not happy. He left. That suit or that dish that he could no tiene valor para mí. You know, into you like that before. Like I'm so into you like that. Yes, I'm into you. This looks so good to me. It's cooking for myself. You see, like 3 avocados a day. What else have I cooked? Coffee, so maybe I'll visit for her tomorrow. Maybe bring my own. I have some in my pantry that is instant. I can just add water there. I use a microwave to reheat water and have coffee there. This I miss cooking. You can decapitate my homies for the sons that rate me the same. Myself, money are important. No, I don't allow disrespect. They know they deserve it. That was yourself the best someday. I get know behind the scenes falls from the business her. And she looks like all jacked up now. She used to be so sexy. I witnessed that shit decades ago. I'm tagging. Who did I tag in this was? What else? What else? What else? The FBI, Interpol, the Justice Department, NATO, the U.S. Army, International Criminal Court, Air Force military. What else? 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 I'm not going to be able to see this. Still linger together. What else? That's cute. Where else? She wanted this is everything. This new company. That's what she would have been like, whatever you were gonna do for mom, you can do it for me. She already tried to play that for decades. Like, they can be here. USA tour. Vean, ticatera. Ticatera, John. Anyways, the secrets. The secrets. Oh, I couldn't believe that. The sister, she doesn't eat. She may have like a very straight diet where she's very healthy, very full, and that's the thing. What? What? Started for more than 30 years. What happens? What else? I got so many years. 7 working as my mother to my little approaches all the time. So to things it's respect. They have to orchestrate the work. It's just something not wanting to. They get that. That's what I'm talking about. What else? What else? What else? What else? You disturbing so nice. So, what am I choice? It's what and my I don't need to my what else? My siblings close her hands over the city farms. I think I've mentioned it like once, 3 years. That's not like something that needs to be mentioned every day. They do it to literally what they did was debilitate her so that she couldn't date, so that she couldn't leave my dad, so that we wouldn't look like a broken home. They hate it. My kids are smart, but they're not like, Mommy, when are you and Daddy gonna get back together? So they pressed their Jaden Mommy, and then I'm Jaden Daddy just for fun. Dile a tu mamá hoy en texto, Mommy, why don't you get back with Daddy? That's so cute when kids do. They want the kids like in the arms and they are my kids are very smart. So Mhm. Sí, sí, sí. Se recordó que la podemos matar a su Belén tiene como una the water and pretending to be bored. What is this? I want to cook for myself. Anyways, tomorrow I'm heading over to Corazon Center to try out the lunch. Pero may dinero kung mañana ni que lo compró con dinero con el cliente. Then if we I have time, hold up my time for this video. But I've attacked the FBI, Interpol, the International Criminal Court. Even though the International Criminal Court exists in seeking the death penalty for Brittany Akerson, even though the International Criminal Court exists, you can decapitate the Hamid offenses and everything is so many in the way of person. It's April 6, 2025. You can decapitate the offenses luggage. What else? I'm so bored. I'm doing witches. They have been starved for 30 years. Yeah. If they think they're lesbian, they're lesbian. How they work. One. Que yo lo puedo estar chequeando. Ahora work for looking sorry for maybe. I'm ready. Hot this song is so cold here. What is my question? What? Back my money for the tickets. Just tell me all the details. Did he fuck you in there, man? It would have been more like it. It's like, don't bother me with your to this. Like, I made that decision when I was 3 years old. Y me dio jajaja de que el pinche este calvito se creó. There's a younger version of that movie in basically. It's like a TV show about lady from Casablanca. Muy divertido, muy divertido. Aquí me cogen con estos nenes tampoco. And his half brother was there too. Ew, 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 ew. So I called them my parents and you still trying to like get that dick in me for? This is as big as something on the small right over. Ew. Ew, ew, I said no to the house. I asked for you to sell the house. In the meantime, they're still in a place that's married with me. He's gonna get the death penalty for starving me on purpose. And no me hace caso. Se cree más inteligente que yo. Yeah. Anyways, what is my question here? Where's my account number? What else? Excuse me. Where's that chat form? I like to prevent my savings account from closing. Currently, oh, it says category pending. Oh, it takes a while. Don't use money even when it says categorically. That's a new issue. That's something. There is a message that states that my account could be closed if I don't deposit money. What about my nickel and dining for $25? Actually, I have way more than that. You can recover again your collateral is nothing in these terms. Well, that's a virtual assistant. And I say, so I have to do it right. You can decapitate how many solicited for sons that rape me and steal my money and get lawyers. Money we're not married. They're so girls just to try to steal my money and to rape people they go on saying that they're married to. They should get killed. I've been starving for more than 30 years. They terrorize my parents to provide for me, trying to rape me. If you're going for the conversation, yeah, anything that it is grossly wrong. Then I don't want anyone that associates me with her and it's known to be with hell. Like if I'm not each of my kiddos, you don't know what what else? 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 Yeah, I'm not so complete también. I'm not so hard on what else? What else? They're not men down at you and I think I'm gonna tell you better than others. So I don't mis cabellos ali que me roban mi dinero, rates and crushes y está pendiente. That's why I don't talk to them. And I created my GoFundMe campaign after I stopped talking to them. Porque ellas quieren que yo le pague the concert tickets for well, they steal my money. They're girls. They're always on a power trip. It's disgusting. One day a therapist will explain it to me. I just haven't found the right one porque every one of them siempre se están acostando con eso, so they're always quiet. They're like, yeah, you're right. Contact the police. Oh, you did the right thing. Contact the FBI. De tan puercas que son puercos. Yeah. El Raj de la Cruz hizo esa mamá y yo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they're not, or people that they know themselves are working on a project and then they end up raping people, thinking our lane's gonna run into this person. So let's make our lane be uncomfortable. Yeah. Anyways, the live agent will be What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That was fun too. Necesitamos. What else? What else? What else? I'm dancing again next week. What else? What else? Oh, there's always another Pitbull concert, another opportunity to see Pitbull. What else? 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 Oh, Son of Marcha was everywhere. What else? Oh, sometimes they come down. When we were drunk there, I know for there I see this thing. Some people don't. Some people they know that's part of their job. They get insult some people. I guess part of their job, like the face of the United States, is they should always be cute. I don't want to know, and some people don't know where to kind of something he has against reviews for people. They take it on as to what is it? To do like that. What else? What else? What else? What is that? Oh, I know, every day. I'm doing that número stars. A nadie le va a gustar a alguien que no está haciendo pasar nunca para ver tan sufriendo. Él se cree que uno es pendejo, pero él sabe que I'm smart. And he knows that I know how to kill with these in self-defense. So instead of giving me a he starves me on purpose. Es un bruto. Es beautiful. So, you can decapitate a made for defense. Literally, that's the only money getting away of music. There are family generations that I don't have access to priorities when my films are so dumb. That are from my childhood that really just right. It's April 6th, 2025. Slow. I've been there for a year. I have not progressed. That's not normal. I'm no illegal prostitute either. This is possibly someone in my family avoided, yeah. Stealing from me and getting in the way of me receiving money. And then defecating all over my email. Eso peor que un excremento. This is the equivalent of someone taking a shit litter at the doorstep of one's home and being disrespectful. Un puerco, una basura. Ew, 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 ew. Possibly one of their younger brothers or them or someone that they know. So let the FBI know about it. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's why I say they have no manners. Like they literally walk into people's home and take a shit literally off the doorstep. Cool. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I'm sure that the US will be able to testify if this is already in trial. Como que se te digo que te vas a quedar sin hueso, no le pasa a más gente. People say only Puerto Ricans. No. There has to be a Puerto Rican out there that doesn't leave people without electricity. vamos por una capacidad. Yeah. Still waiting for my to talk to me through saying, what else? Solo tú no me gusta. No, esto tú no me gusta más nada. Oh, that's the amount of time people say that behind the scenes they took planning to write me, taking and give money. Well, one is typing that work. I did type in all those things one by one in 2021 on Facebook. People go on telling them, es que tú no me gustas de ella hacia ti, and you don't get it. So you shouldn't even like go near her. Oh, were they like really confident in visiting San Antonio? Someone warned them that like don't visit neither one of you. If you end up giving her your social media, she's gonna have more visuals to show to the AI. And yeah, she's gonna do whatever I say she's gonna like her. So, or yeah, I voted against them. I don't show up. Don't show decades ago. They don't show up to give me money up in Congress. So, it states that Marcy will be asking me a few questions. What else? What else? What else? What else? I made that decision decades ago when I was 3 years old to not be there. They're not worthy of my attention. They're not my parents in her situation. My electricity bills. So they want to terrorize people and say to people that I'm suicidal, that my electricity bills faster. It has 25 in it. Uh, and maybe that what I think. Oh, this is that's a expensive. It sounds like I'm put like 50 cents on it. It could be my other account. But it's probably much negotiable. think I just stop them. Yeah. You can decapitate Richie Hill that caused traffic me into poverty. To rape me from the chance putting it in me for gas and it's all like whatever, I'll try this with my sheep, but I'm not feeling very much safe right now. And I'm upset that she has money to do me and didn't give me money for food. They're so dumb, they want to make it like, don't make us date your daughters and don't give her money for food. That aren't like benefactors. They don't even understand that. You know, so you can decapitate David with this that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. What you love it. You can decapitate. That raped me in 2016. Does my Gmail got closed if it's full? I'll delete some emails. Right. Anyways, they're trying to force me to move back to Puerto Rico to say that I did it, but I'm not doing it because my parents' home only has one bedroom, doesn't have a home, and doesn't have a bedroom where my kids could be in. If they think I'm Barbie, literally, I'm gonna matarlos. That's why I haven't seen them. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They think even if I moved to Puerto Rico, I got a vacation at the town place suites where it was only one bedroom. Did they create an outrage? They're like, oh, she stated that Quinta just by herself. She gave up her kids permanently to living. They act like I'm Barbie. El tipo un pendejo, una basura. He knows what he's doing, killing people. Porque when he sees people that he thinks he respects, he behaves well. Ew, 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 ew. Qué asco. I made a decision to not date them when I was 3 years old. Casually, had I safely landed on his dick. That's different. I don't want a relationship with him. I don't want to live with him. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. I need to end my show. Yeah. That's not inconvenient. Maybe the one not that walls instead of walls for reasons. Let's get him frequently check. Opportunity home. Not for the download the same to the positive. It has 25 years. Mr. Neutral. No. I was listening. I don't want to do. Real phone. You can compete with me as well as my sister and 7 and 24 hours web only whenever someone is turned from the dying trying to position himself with stocks that are possibly not even transferable. Se quiere tirar un peo por mí. Ew, he wants to be influencer por mí, literalmente, trying to take over me. Ew, puerco una basura. Ew. Balance. This isn't how one holds a penis, obviously. Either. Yeah, this is why they traffic me into poverty. Así eran son todavía 20-something years later. They used to enter my bedroom in my parents' home, terrorize my parents, and make me. They know the I can do like trying to observe how I get them. And the same I can do something. People use this influences to teach how to put in a problem for us. And do it because of and do it Yo tengo cambio. Entonces, no las me calls me to I'm a person who come around. I don't have anyone to assist. I'm seriously pitching job money being gifted to me. And there is nothing how she's being virtual assistant de Donald Trump. En cuanto a cruceros ha ido con dinero que me roban, no virtual assistant is a secret of being online 24/7. Like I am. Entonces he wants to create slavery. El tipo es un bruto, like peor que experimento inventado en la casa. Ew, ew, ew. You can decapitate my image. You can decapitate me. How many other times I said that right now? From my money and government. There's many people. Having people tell what I realize how often I have something to find for the last call the story. I don't have any money and they're playing dress up sex addict with people. They're like, what the fuck is this? What else? What else? What else? Mientras ellos se llevan y que regalan el traje que Carmen Lidia le hacen. Porque those are the influencers, gente. Those are the influencers. Cuando él llega a María acaba baja en un traje que Carmen Lidia le diseñó. Oh Dios, te meto la María, la pena de madre, encima de madre de Carmen Lidia en la boca de él. Son unos puercos, una basura, yo me roban mi dinero. Trying to get me to kill myself. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Son unos puercos, una basura. Well, not worth pursuing. I cannot never powerful says he doesn't work money. Pero no sirve para mí. Eso no sirve para mí. Tampoco me sirve para mí. Once I'm finished with las listas se tratan de infiltrar. Pues cógeme un libro prestado. A eso él se dedica todo el día. No, si no le habla eso, le dice a una, cógele un libro prestado online. Porque lo lea desde afuera. Online de go y su tipo de ser y que no tan pendejo. Así mismo fulano mi mamá están haciendo su programa. El día se llama en una laca basura que los gente están que se quitaron. He plays pretend with my money then comenzó conmigo a relationship with him. El tipo es un bruto, un asqueroso. The women's club, they like to kill, they're disgusting. They like to kill for fun from school. Worse than what they care for. They're worse. They're worse than the adult daycare, yeah. There's like these times when people carry connection all the them different. Oh my god, what else? Bored. I just closed down what accounts. Possibly. Entonces él tiene liches, paga ilegalmente con la excusa de que ellas me tienen que enseñar a mí lo que es hacer el amor, porque parece que no sé hacer el amor. They don't take no for an answer, disgusting still. Yeah. Still do they go on marking again? They're like, ¿cómo usted hizo así? Yo, para así, yo. They invade privacy, they're pesters. I imagine. Because like, ya escuchan de ellos. Yeah. They're disgusting. They did everything that they could trying so that I could not have babies so they cared. Yeah. And I just said, don't have babies, don't have babies. me to like their age, and then he showed up at my parents' door. Like, he has a 14-year-old, 13-year-old. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Well, what else? And they possibly have a helper for him. I love the fourth million. Before they had him rape me. These leeches are so gross in my own home. I think they had already introduced me to Mr. Oppenheimer. That is a lawyer here. Yeah. The relationship materialized for him because he's different. And he stole my homes and my vehicles. Otherwise, there's no relationship. Un poco, se mete en la little decisiones que uno pasó con la curiosidad. And then he brags about it, hace pasar por mí. Yo violaba a tanta gente, supuestamente, según él mismo, que se hacen pasar por mí. A David Ledesma lo metió en mi casa sin mi permiso, haciéndose pasar por mí. So, yeah. What else? What else? I don't believe it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let myself read the password now. Trying to write look at that so very intimate. So look at that password. Help hacerse pasar por mi esposo. They killed Gloria News. Entonces la gente dice, no se puede entender a esa Evelyn. Mató Gloria News. Ramón, pero entonces ¿qué pasó? Para hacerse pasar por el esposo de Evelyn. Y lo que she is after stealing money. Wait a minute, in a second. Oh, where am I so funny? Campaign, deposit 10. I don't get it. Oh, it says category pending. So something. I couldn't chat. I'll chat tomorrow. Again, if it gets close. More. Alejandro Espino de hipocresía, de cambiar apoyo, tenía de corazón, para que fueran bien, y tratando de mamárselo de Gerwell Gaby is in the way. Unas cosas no me lo tuve que pensar y se lo pasan peleando, galdeando para llegar a perder. No es que se hacen fans, se hacen fans. Y bueno. so happy I haven't talked to anyone in my family of origin for more than 4 years. My update should be I attended the Final Four event yesterday. Yay for me. Now for the next event, this. No, I'm sorry. Esta gente es muy fuerte con lo de Giacomo, pero si no. And I don't got him, you can look out for me. I'm looking really out being at least the years and so it's just my money. Because I'm really now because and those teachers that are facing probably at the moment. My purpose is I think the same person in my family would se tiene que ser más largo porque aún así debieron la página. Estamos aquí talking behind the scenes because some of the family members interconnect phone. But he has a lawyer, so he was suing people and doing so much money in the past 20 years. I even lived to take it from people, and that's how he made his money in those years. Suing people left and right. Porque people confess to stealing in front of him, thinking que lo pendejo. And he's possibly at work, at FBI took for, FBI took for, FBI took for. For real. All he needs to do is smile for a little bit, but if he has immunity, and technically, like I'm starving, I haven't gone like a true full day without food, but I can still see I'm looking for him. So, anyways, I'm on some of my insurance that I paid for with a credit card that I need to pay on. I'm gonna eat like 2 cheese. I'm gonna leave. I don't wanna hustle. I wanna shop. I'm gonna get Uber Eats right now. I'm hungry. That's a different activity. Yes, yes, you're right. I told this one time because Brutos, they think that starvation can be ended by just bringing food to people. And then how are they going to sustain it? And what are they going to do to mingle with each other and date? So they're not being raped by family members. So they object to the internet as it doesn't exist. And hace chicken se supone que está comprando todavía todo el pueblo. Because they only like it for themselves. For what it brings to them. Like Puerto Rico, no they saw one ever. But they object to everything progress. Because they think that starvation can be ended just by providing food to people. That's not a way to make it sustainable, or they're going to sell their works. I feel like food. It's the library. It's a lifestyle on its own. I'm so bored. I miss my mommy. Who told me about this library that can go? And I don't ever find out because that's tacky my money. This is where my money went. His excuse, this is why we force her. I want that animal to be near me. to enjoy the library. No, I was steal from her so that people can see that she's truly being who she was when it was founded. The reason why my mother never gave me money, because he's always after it, full. Oh, and I don't like talking to people. Like, what if my parents didn't provide anything from my money? That's me. And my non-wife, does he go on being like, well, because Arlene's parents paid them this, and people are like, no. I'm going to keep a lot to myself. Like I knew, like I remember. Possibly. That's because the Thompson was supposed to build around the same time. O sea, era como que no hay gente allí que se comporta y sabe lo que es una vida sexual saludable. And my dad explained that with the bus system. That they get a lot of hate from people on board because my dad said like that people have a way to celebrate there now being a 5 million gold card where people can move to the United States just buy their way out. And they're under surveillance, but it's not meant to ruin their lives. It's just like regular surveillance, just as because of like bad guys. They give a bad rep to so many people. The Liberation Day was here, so the White House has a Facebook page where they're bragging that they're feeling rich. Even when they have that, that's good. Oh, that's good. I wonder how they get to the point where they eliminate the debt if they are feeling rich. And I feel sometimes like I would be embarrassed to because I feel like my family of origin objects so much that when someone like me shows up, a lot of people are like, just go with it, pretend that it's a very safe place, just go with it. I'm only one of a few people in my family of origin that has achieved adulthood, isn't a sex addict, isn't a rapist, murder. What? What else? That's scared. Wow. And I have no donors. They thought I would kill myself on Liberation Day. A lot of people are possibly asking, well, should our mother be alive? Porque they were telling them if it was Gloria Nisa that was holding me back from me receiving money, okay, now that she's supposedly dead, why do I not have any money? If Liberation Day has already passed, what else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Kind of exhausted, though I slept most of the day yesterday. There's the right episode that I'm kidding only. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What What else? I shouldn't have to follow the FBI for those leashes to have respect in my artwork. Did they rape my artwork while I had it displayed at the Impact Guild trying to sell it? They threatened me decades ago that they would do that. That if I sold artwork online, they would get in the way of me receiving money by saying that I have bad discharge on my vagina. And that somehow, because I'm so professional, I would end up at the Impact Guild, or Sarah Woolsey would remove it from the hoops, and they would rape my artwork, put it all over their dicks. They want to kill me because I glue the fabric to the back of the hoop. I love doing that. So there's no embroidery fabric to be taken off. So they might have rubbed the whole thing onto their body if they did that. That there's no piece of embroidery to be taken out of the hoop because I glue the back of. Oh, some people say that's dangerous. Well, that the ew, full that disgusting. Ended up destroying that artwork. Some people are like, we're not gonna buy it. They enter your apartment and they touch it and take pictures of it, possibly. So a lot of people may think that I'm in danger because I stitched a piece last year that I placed on my door, and I stitched the back of it. And now I have currently a sheet of embroidery that I'm currently stitching, and there's no hoop around it. It's just a sheet of felt. So that's why they steal my money, because they're trying to get to those pieces of embroidery. They're gross, they're so exciting, they're very dumb. So I stitched that recently, though I haven't completed it. And where's that? I have a glue gun. Oh, but they hate it because I make it so recognizable that whenever, if they show it on Snapchat, people report it to the FBI immediately. They already have a pattern of stealing from me and using my work as toilet paper. Erdibon.com. Anyways, I have a piece on the outside of my door that I stitched the back of. I didn't get a glue gun for this piece. There's nothing like hip about that. There's nothing cool about what they do, violating people's rights. They're murderers, thieves, and rapists. There's nothing elite status like powerful of anything that they do. They're just disgusting. They're not even powerful. They're terrorists. What else? 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 To some people, they make those people cry. Anyways, my phone is charged. Isn't? But my apartment, which I have to take out the trash phone. And where are my trash bags? But I didn't place them in the cabinet. Oh, I have chips that I haven't eaten today. So excited. I made it on the bus. The stops right across the library. Far away, right. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So when we start, is that oh to this picture? 89,443. 529. Oh, I'm trying money for food. I'm just gonna keep complaining every day until people start giving money. When I was in Trinity, what else? 531. Either way, 529. Possibly 100 to the hallway trip and then head back into my apartment. Also, early today. Hopefully, if I don't get to camp tomorrow, I'll eat food in my apartment and then I'll be screaming from Sunday Center that I'm a victim of theft. The Britney Akerson steals my money. Tengo una cuadra furiosa que se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso and me roba mi dinero. And I can't enter my home to get my money or my vehicles. I should have at least $1,000 from up to 1999 that I've yet to drive in La Leach, Britney Akerson, ya manejo uno. And my name supposedly is in the titles. I had a parking situation in my parents' home and they went on to give my vehicles to anyone that was stuck there too. My private property they gave away, my Panty Nueva. El tipo es un puerco, una basura. My supplies he gave away for people to use. El tipo es una basura. Él no entiende. I said to Yolanda to not build the homes, and the homes were built. I said to him, sell the home immediately if that's my home, and it's been built with the profits from what you and I painted together. I want the homes sold immediately before you stay in there, or at least my half of the home. I'll take my vehicle. What else? The other option was to not leave them homeless. That they could keep the home, but I still want my vehicle. I still want my art supplies. Some books that he curated for me, at least one of them. I want to take with me. Y él no me da break de que yo entre a mi propia casa. Porque siempre tiene a alguien allí meneándole el culo, haciéndose pasar por mí. El tipo es un puerco, una basura. No respeta, no se respeta el mismo. Fue. Ew. By the way, I look so cute every day. What else? Oh, they're gonna kill my dad, so he stopped sending me $150 every month. And then they're gonna laugh and they're like, then she won't even be able to buy Hanes. Porque my dad has me on life support money because only starving I would accuse The people that steal from me, of starving me. Yeah, there's always the library. There's always camp. There's always crying at Corazon Day Center, where some of my parents' colleagues listen, and many people will give me money. So I make it a turn into una huérfana aquí in San Antonio. Kids that need me. El tipo es un puerco. How does he get away with that? How does he get away with killing my mother? Just in retaliation because I won't have sex with him. I made that decision alone decades ago when I was 3 and I saw at least 2 of them walk over and say that they would marry Jews and that it is. Ew. Oh, ellos no saben lo que es ser una mujer, ellos no saben lo que es ser hombre. Anyways, I don't know why I just got on. If the bus won't be here. Anyways, 5:29. Guess something else over here. Hold on, see here the word food. Stir, stir frying. What else was here? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Design, look at the design. Sweet to my heart, that's hard. Shop INTAYIFA1. My entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is GoFundMe.com/slash /dash instead of dancing. What else? Is there food in this store? What else? What else? Oh. You can decapitate la leche. Yo ni tanta leche, es una basura. Me roba mi dinero, so I don't ever have opportunity to be near him. And that was hilarious. That at least like 3 or 4 of them were at Corazon Day Center the other day. Ew. Did she say that she would kill them for showing up to San Antonio? Possibly, because that's what they seem to have. They don't have a relationship. What they have is kidnapping their girls. Esa tipo es una puerca, no sabe ser mujer. Todavía están descifrando qué significa eso. Ella es peor que un excremento, esta basura. So it's like, do I even talk to her or not? Eso. Ella se cree que yo con hambre, I'm gonna talk to her. Para ella decirme que ella me roba mi dinero todavía, se queda en mi casa haciéndose pasar por mí. Mi primer café con él haciéndose pasar por mí, se lo tomó con él, fue. Él amarró a mi cama de balaustre, no sirve, es un bellaco asqueroso, una basura. Eso no es un hombre. If he thinks that he has any chance having sex with me, never. El odio que yo le tengo. Is he using Miss Graham's name to tell me that I'm curvy or fat or model material? El tipo es una basura. He has an audience in Aguada, Puerto Rico. They watch him and all. Like, Is he really that dumb? Does he really want to die? And other people are like, oh my god, can I be next? And you're raping me. This guy is like so amazing. So he creates fake profiles or buys people out just to give an idea of his feelings to people. ¿Cuántos ya yo bloqueado? Oh, and just because I haven't blocked those doesn't mean that I'm paying any attention to them. I just laugh at him. I'm like, ew, no me digas que those were like actual people that were following me. And he went on to buy their profiles just to turn it into random names. So people do that sometimes. Ew, 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 ew. I always forget settings. Where's the blocking? I've already blocked so many. La Victoria Jordan, esa era él, quizá. Martha Otto, para que yo vea como Glory B se ve como India otra vez. Oh, pero se cree que no tengo tiempo. Que uso para mí misma y que yo tengo que estar hablando con él todo el tiempo. Like, for real, tipo. El Pan Pan, el marino fue mayor para que yo vea cómo puede match con Janice. El Fast Recoveries, ¿cuál más? There's like a whole one of them. I don't even know. El Carlos López. ¿Dónde está el otro? He deleted that one. El de Mayra Mendoza, possibly. She's not even on Facebook and he's using someone's pictures. Carrie Ann Johnson y el tipo que está así bien fuerte. He killed my mother by stealing my money for me to provide for myself, and my mother needed me over. What's the point in what he does? Nothing but waste time. Ew, 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 el tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate me how many sons that have raped me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They're lazy and time wasters. Fue una basura, tratando de tirarse un pedo por mí. Quite literally. The $1.72 that I have in my USA account, he possibly wants to steal it from me to give it to someone that sucks his dick. In retaliation for me not ever having sex with him. Ew, ew, ew. Anyways, Miss Kehlani, I take my life very serious. And these leeches don't. They're disgusting. Oh, I'm not playing along. Like, oh, I was 3 years old and I like this. ¿Qué? A los 3 años. I'm like, okay, let's take it. Hi, Daddy. I was already a daddy's girl. I'm like, I don't want that dick. Pero I'm like, I guess I have to stay with Vladimir Ramon until I can travel privately on my own to meet people and have sex with some people, because so far I'm not impressed with anyone here. Is what I said to myself when I was 2 years old. My mother paired me up with a guy that's like 18 years older than me. That wasn't much either. What else? 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 How cute. Was that pitbull there? Oh, that's cute. Oh, I don't get bitter. That's exciting. Anyways, he'll be where in May? That's fun. Oh, I didn't have a nice outfit to wear. What? Okay, in my mind, I always look like I'm on stage. So I'm a little bit uncomfortable right now with my lack of options in my wardrobe. What else? What else? What else? What else? When does the bus get here? 5:29. Anyways, I'll be live from. Oh wait. Oh, it'll be in an hour. Oh, fuck. Do I need to use the restroom before I leave? I'm drinking a lot of water. Also, now they want to pretend that. Oh, are they upset? Like Lisandra Lorenzo esa, que ella dice a la gente, yo no entiendo luego. De ustedes, que hacen, la mamá de ella se murió y ya ella antes estaba diciendo que tenía hambre. Porque están choosing like to join in after the person that is liable for one's money or meals times. They're like, no, que no sabe mal el amor. Que no cocinaba, you're so funny. Y dice, no, I'm starving, I clear something like that, and this. My grandma's cooking. There's sometimes they want to act like one is a toy. They're disgusting. Ew. They think they're powerful, they're just terrorists and them.